Doing to me?
I'm doing really well. Today is a Hug a GI Day, and not a lot of hugging going on these days, but we can still tip our caps to the GIs, and it just gives me an excuse to play this.
I believe I knew your mother, son.
You know my mom?
Would your name happen to be Johnny McGillicuddy?
Yeah.
What's it been, 13 years?
What?
14, my lord. It's like I'm looking in a mirror. Does your mother still hang out at dockside bars?
Dockside bar?
Johnny, do you play baseball?
Oh, they will never not be funny to me, those things.
Oh, those are great.
1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's a 99, baby. It's my favorite time of the day. Well, it's a 99, baby. Can't wait to hear what they have to say.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff.
Good of him to record that before
All right.
we pass.
All right, Larry,
All
you're
right,
up
9
first.
and 9. Here's another tip to help your emotional intelligence at work. It's the phrase, here's the situation.
All right.
Emotionally intelligent bosses are ones who share information with coworkers. That's because everyone feels better when he or she knows what's going on. So they tell the truth to employees. Then they feel valued, trusted, and knowledgeable. And after you say, here's the situation, say, here's the plan, and let everyone chip in to make the meeting that much longer. I added that last part.
Yeah. That's a bad idea.
Not all opinions are worthy.
Yeah, we don't need to hear. Like, I'm the last one who should be talking in any of the meetings. And I know my place. I rarely want to say anything, but sometimes those can go on a little long. Thank the Lord for COVID that a lot of those meetings have been killed.
In some
You
way,
got to find the silver linings.
and the silver lining is the show's still running without those meetings that we used
Yeah.
to have after the show, and still kicking.
All right, number 8. There's a new development on Spotify that some people might care about. The music streaming app will let you filter your liked songs by mood and by genre. In the past, lots of people felt like there was something else needed when making their playlists. You could call it house cleaning or country drive. But those songs can hit on several moods. To access the filters, you have to have at least 30 liked songs. Then go to your library, tap into those songs, and select a filter that's listed across the top 5.
right.
You can remove that filter whenever you like and swap in a new one. And as you like more and more songs, these filters will change. I'll say it for you. Seems like a lot of work.
Yeah.
There you go.
I wasn't going to say that.
No.
I don't have a. Do you have a Spotify? Does
I
everybody
do have a
one?
Spotify. Paul, can you even think of 30 songs that you like?
No.
Or no? Yeah.
After Happy Birthday and the Hokey Pokey
Pledge of Allegiance,
and Mbop.
or the national anthem.
And Mbop.
Until I get like 6 of them, and Achy Breaky Heart, and then I'm pretty much out. Handful of German songs that I.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy. All right, number 7. You may have noticed this trend, especially if you've been scrolling on the gram. It's cottage core.
Oh.
It's a nod to the traditional English countryside. It's more than just a style, it's a way of life. People are decorating their homes, both indoors and outdoors, in a way that's part whimsical, part rustic, part romantic.
Wow.
Think rocking chairs, tablecloths, cute tea sets, lots of cozy little nooks where you can hunker down with a good book. And don't forget to add lots of plants and flowers. It's as if Harry Potter and Jane Austen got married and moved into their first home. All right, I got to give a tip of the hat to Savo on that one. That's got to be a Savo line there. Harry Potter and Jane Austen coming
Yeah.
together, and it does create the visual for me. Thank you.
Wow. That is some muggle, I'll tell you. Is that right?
I'm disappointed you know that, Larry.
I wasn't even
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
You got it. All right, number 6. Here's a little something that will make you feel like you're doing something right. In America, we still make really good hats. Yeah, the Bowman Hat Company has been doing it for 151 years. They get the wool from Texas, they bring it to their factory in Pennsylvania, and they make a hat that's suitable for a cowboy or some big city fancy boy. Along the way, they've purchased some of the leading hat brands in the world and started making stuff overseas. But they still make most of their wool and straw hats right here. The average employee in Pennsylvania has worked there 21 years.
I've never been able to do the hat successfully.
Yeah, why do you think that is?
It just, I don't feel like, I don't know.
What kind of hat were you trying?
I've tried a bunch of the snow hat, everything. I just feel
Beret?
like it's. I've tried the. Oh, I did try the beret
Yeah.
back in the 90s.
Yeah.
It just-
Backwards beret? Like
no,
the Kangol hats?
No, this was like French beret, and it
I
just
could see
didn't.
you with the backwards baseball hat working potentially
No.
a little bit.
I have not been able to
No.
successfully.
Cowboy hat? You tried that one?
No, nothing.
What
I'm
about a
telling-
ski mask?
Didn't
With
work
just the
either,
eyes?
Larry.
Maybe a barbershop quartet hat.
Maybe that's it.
That one might be.
I'll just wear one day.
Yeah. Number 5, because getting married isn't terrifying enough, why not take the plunge while you're taking the plunge? You can get married at Disney World's Tower of Terror ride.
Come on.
The ride takes place in an old haunted Hollywood hotel. You can get married on the grounds of the hotel in the outdoor courtyard. And once you say I do, you can hold hands and ride the elevator to the top, where you'll end up dropping 124 feet to the ground.
That's kind of a metaphor for a lot of marriages,
It
right?
certainly is.
Oh, there we go. That was in there.
Look at that.
Huh.
All right, number 4, YouTube star David Dobrik is part of a team that started a new photo sharing app that some think will compete with Instagram.
You don't know what you got.
Why is he crying?
Uh-oh, what happened?
Till it's gone.
That's not David Dobrik.
You don't know.
Yeesh.
That Warren
What's
Buffett?
going on here?
That's him in makeup.
Oh, that's him in makeup. What do you know? The app is called Dispo, as in disposable camera, and one of the core features is that the images are not immediately available to the picture taker.
That's great.
And why is it? Who has it to wait until 9 a.m. the following morning to see the photos that were taken the night before. The point of the app is to mimic the concept of disposable photography, when people actually had to wait for photos to develop before reminiscing.
We're going backwards and everything.
Yeah, that wasn't a good time. And the idea that people should live in the moment instead of being obsessed with their phones.
You're still taking the phone, though.
You're still taking the phone, taking the pictures. Yeah.
So messed up. I was trying to explain to my son this old photo mat booth where you would pull up into the Kmart parking lot, drop off, come back 2 weeks later, and 90% of the pictures still look like crap. You're like, I waited for 2 weeks for this.
Right.
Nothing turned out.
Yeah, well.
Number 3, did you ever wonder what happened to the little kid from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
No.
Which one?
His name is Peter Ostrin. He played Charlie.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, look how much he's grown.
Hold your breath. Make a wish. Count to 3. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination.
Well, he kind of looked like he was 35 back then, too. He was discovered at a local playhouse when he was in 6th grade and went on to star in the iconic movie. He's kept in touch with his co-stars from Willy Wonka over the years, but he's been a busy guy. He didn't continue acting. Instead, he studied veterinary medicine at Cornell.
Good for him.
He's currently a practicing vet in upstate New York. He works mainly with horses and cows. He still receives royalty checks from the film, about $8 to $9 every 3 months.
What? That's
Well,
it?
you're kidding me.
8 to 9. That's what I'm getting off of Felicity. I get $5.16 every. That's it for that.
Well, he was a kid actor. No one signed. I mean, he didn't sign part of the royalties back then, right?
That's too bad.
Oh, boy.
Oh, well. Number 2, here's a short series of old photos of Victoria and David Beckham at a basketball game. Again, these are old and they are completely out of context, but it can be pretty funny if you just string 4 photos together. Here we go.
Look at this photograph.
All right.
Every time I do, it makes me laugh. How did our eyes get so red?
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
It's at the doghouse. Oh, they're still together. It all worked out.
Yeah.
I mean, They're doing
But
great.
they don't go to basketball games anymore.
Right.
Number one, I have been advocating for this to be a daily segment. It's a Facebook page you can check out yourself called The Same Video of the Same Guys Dancing to a Different Song Every Day. Here's a sample of some recent ones. Wait for it.
This never disappoints.
Nice to see how nicely you dance with each
One
other.
more.
Most of all, yeah, most of all, I like the way you move.
Oh, God, that's so good. Oh,
Maybe we do it every Friday for the number one.
yeah. Except today's not Friday, but yeah.
Now
We'll
we're
start
just
tomorrow.
trying to come up with something to keep it going
Yeah.
here. I never get tired of this. Never, ever.
Oh, that's great. Tragedy.
I got a tip that that guy was like a professor at some small school in Alabama, so I went down trying to I got nothing back.
Yeah, darn.
So, yeah,
Oh,
you
well.
try.
It's a 99.
99 is a whole lot of fun.